take us through the chronology or anatomy of, so there's the group work on the board, and
Yes.
then what's the next step?
So there's the group work on the board. Jenny and Lena and Judd together decide who's writing which episode. As that's happening, we start boarding episode by episode. So we'll say 501, we have a clear board of where the first scene is and the last scene is. And then we assign an outline to the writer. So that writer produces an outline, which then goes up to, I believe it went up to Judd first, and then after his notes and a rewrite, we would go to HBO and then wait for their notes and thoughts. But because we had, and then go to script. But because we had been doing this for many years at this point, and HBO was pretty sure that we knew what we were doing, they were just kind of like, go for it. So we would go to script pretty quickly. Usually in a room that process can take a couple of weeks, but we would just keep going. And then you would go to full script, and then you go through many drafts of that script with the showrunners and Judd, and usually not with HBO, but...
So the outline would be about how many pages on an episode?
The outline would be anywhere between, I believe, 3 to 5 pages. And the way that we like to do it, which is what I still do now, is have slug line, description, slug line, description, slug line, description, so you get a decent sense of the flow of the episode. And that's the way that they did it for...
Right.
Yeah.
And you keep saying Judd. It went to Judd and HBO, but not...
Yeah.
Because why didn't it go to Lena or Jenny?
They
were already in.
Yeah, they were already in it. Yeah, they were in the mix. So.
I see. So then you quickly start... Whoever's assigned then writes the script solo.
Yes.
And then it comes back to the room, or it never comes back to the room?
It honestly, because we were so flexible with each other and knew each other's work habits, it depended on the needs of the writer and also the episode. And so in season 5, I remember people, of course, do passes on each other's scripts, but we were pretty good at that point about getting the script and then everyone sort of collecting feedback in a helpful way. That's all funneled through the writer's assistant, so that a document gets produced where the writer's assistant can just hand it over to the writer of the episode and say, okay, these were the notes on your episode. And then once you sort of deal with some of the larger thematic and structural notes, we all did joke passes. So I am I'm like severely unfunny, so that was always so stressful for me, but there were people in the room who were so good at that, who could just do that in my boyfriend, he until recently wrote for SNL, and like he is just like a joke guy, and I need to take a Xanax before I like even try to write. So
did he, when you were off on your draft, was he was pitching in a little bit?
We were not together then, but I wish. So then the final step would be we would go through the polish and just pitch jokes, and then we would do the same thing on set as well.